Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So now let's take a look to our slide presentation, which is tax challenge in the gig economy, the case of e-hailing and the food delivery workers. So this is the group member: Jivitra, Nurdini, Nur Alfika, Nur Aida Nazira, Nur Idina Danisha, and the last one, Nurul Anis Ilyana.
The gig economy includes people who work on flexible, short-term jobs, often using apps like Grab, Foodpanda, or Shopee Food. These workers are usually not full-time employees. They don't get EPF, SOCSO, or fixed salaries. Instead, they are independent workers who get paid based on the number of jobs they complete. Their income is unpredictable. It changes every month depending on factors like demand, working hours, and even weather. They lack financial knowledge and may not know how to file their taxes properly because their work is digital and informal. It's hard for the tax authority to monitor and ensure compliance.
Okay. Next, under current practices, gig workers in Malaysia must file taxes if their income exceeds 34,000 a year after EPF deduction. They are considered self-employed and must use the Form D. As platforms like Grab or Foodpanda, they do not make any automatic tax deduction. LHDN encourage these workers to register as sole proprietors to benefit from business tax deduction and better access to financial service. For social protection, they can volunteer contribute to EPF through the iSaran scheme and to SOCSO under the SKSPS plan because the participation is still low. To simplify tax matters, tools like MyTax, e-filing, and e-bayaran are available. Despite this effort and outreach campaign by LHDN, many gig workers remain unaware or unsure about their obligation, leading to low compliance.
Next, I will explain the main issues and the challenges that gig workers face when it comes to paying taxes. Firstly, there is a lack of awareness. Many e-hailing and food delivery workers do not realize their income is taxable. Since they are not formal employees, they mistakenly believe that they do not need to deal with tax matters at all. Secondly, gig workers typically have irregular and unstable income. Their monthly earnings vary depending on how much they work. This makes it difficult for them to calculate how much tax to pay and even harder to set aside money in advance. Another big challenge is the lack of support from gig platforms. Companies like Grab or Foodpanda do not provide income statements or tax advice, which is leaving workers to figure out everything on their own. Finally, there is a fear or confusion around LHDN, which the tax authority. Some gig workers think it's too complicated or are simply afraid to approach LHDN for help. This fear often leads to non-compliance, even if it's unintentional. So while the tax laws are clear, the real-world application is still a struggle for many gig workers due to low awareness, unstable income, lack of guidance, and fear of dealing with tax processes.
So after looking at all the challenges faced by gig workers like riders and e-hailing drivers, we want to share a few practical recommendations that could really make things better. Firstly, we have tax guidance by platforms. First, platforms like Grab, Foodpanda, or Lalamove should give income summaries and send tax filing reminders to their workers. It is a small step, but it can make a huge difference for someone who's not aware they need to pay tax. Secondly is targeted tax education. Next, LHDN should run tax education campaigns that are specifically targeted at gig workers using social media, short videos, seminars, or even simple mobile apps. If the message reaches them directly on their phones, they are more likely to understand and act on it. Third is simplified tax process. Also, we think there should be a separate and simpler tax form just for gig workers. Let's be honest, if the process is too complicated, many will just give up or avoid it. Fourth is use of digital tracking tools. Gig workers themselves should be encouraged to use apps to track their income, expenses, and keep receipt. That way, when it's time to file taxes, everything is already organized. 5 is collaboration between stakeholders. We also suggest stronger collaboration between LHDN, the gig platforms, and worker associations. Everyone should play a role in making the tax system more inclusive and fair. And lastly is yearly tax awareness. And finally, tax awareness should start yearly, maybe in high school, university, or during onboarding for jobs. Because the earlier you understand it, the easier it becomes later.
To conclude, the gig economy in Malaysia, with over 4 million workers, has become a key part of our labour market. But while it offers flexibility, it also brings serious challenges. Many gig workers face unstable income and low awareness of their tax responsibilities. Most don't receive basic protection like EPF, SOCSO, or paid leave. Voluntary schemes exist, but participation is still very low. On top of that, gig platforms are required to report income or ensure fair pay. Workers are left with a little legal support or transparency in how jobs payment are managed. That's why we need to clear reform, a national gig worker welfare board, fair pay regulations, portable protection plan like a MyGig. And stronger tax education can help protect and empower these workers. Ultimately, it's time to shift gig workers from being unprotected to become a respected contributor to our economy. Thank you.
Guys! I just saw a TikTok that food panda rider are talking about paying taxes. I thought they didn't have to, right?
Wait, what? I really thought that freelance jobs like that are not taxable.
That's a common misunderstanding. Actually, any income, even from gig work, is taxable. It doesn't matter you are full-timer or just hustling on the side.
But their income not even phased. Some day they earn a lot, but other day they're zero.
20 orders today. But after deducting petrol and top up, I barely made anything. How am I supposed to save for taxes?
That's the thing. Most gig workers do not know they need to register with LHDN and declare income using Form B, since they are considered self-employed. Yes, and another problem, they don't keep their track from receipt or track their expenses, which actually they can deduct from their taxable income.
Sungai Buloh, Selangor, Darul Ehsan.
Miss, did you declare your gig income last year?
I thought I only need to pay taxes if I earn above 3,000 ringgit a month.
That applies to salary employees. For freelancer or gig workers, all income must be declared regardless of amount.
LHDN has launched e-Daftar to help gig workers to register easily. We also run awareness campaign and simplify e-filing system.
Hey, you pay your tax.
But not everyone knows about it. The platform should do more to spread awareness.
I think maybe like Foodpanda and GrabFood can add their yearly income statements to the riders, and also maybe they can add the daily income and also the expenses tracker to the app itself.
Wow, I love the idea. I think tax education should start early, in uni or even in school.
Gig economy is growing fast, but the tax system is still not friendly enough for the gig workers.
And if we don't help them, they will keep left behind us.
But with awareness and better tools, it can work for everyone. So remember, rider, freelancer, and driver. If you earn, don't forget to declare.
Paying tax is everyone's responsibility.